Robert Plant is in my dressing room. Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yeah. I've shut the window because there's a little key on the window. I've shut the window because if my telly goes out of that window, I should be furious. It's only just been put in.
He's probably sitting quietly reading a book.
Do you think?
Having a nice cup of tea, I do. He's a very nice man.
Well, let's hope so. First on today's menu... Look at that. What we should have done is open the window.
But this is my only fan.
No, we know that's not true. He's chatting about his latest project in just a minute.
You like Alison? Yeah, she's good. Of course, because that's your roots, isn't it?
No, I'm from the Black Country. That's Birmingham House.
Oh, right, yes, of course.
Not having any of that.
Yeah, no, sorry. We're going to be fallen out already. Just celebrated a quarter century of solo success, and before he did that, of course, he fronted the biggest band on the planet and taught the world how to rock. Who else but the legendary Led Zeppelin singer Robert Plant?
I'm gonna give you my love.
That's a great collaboration, the final one there, which is the new album with Alison Krauss, because I would have thought, in the position you have in the music world now, you could ask anyone you wanted if they'd like to do a collaboration.
Well, I did, and that's her. I mean...
So she was top of your list?
I never thought about collaborating. I've been having a really good time with Strange Sensation, my band. And I was... there's a program called Country Music Television in the States, which is really big, and they do a program called Crossroads, where you take people from totally out of context, from different styles of music, put them together. So Ray Charles would team up with a country and western singer in the past. And I was encouraged to tune into Alison because she's just such a, such great talent. And we were fortunate because I was invited to play at a tribute to Leadbelly at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum in Cleveland with Harry Belafonte and Odetta, and beautiful, and I thought, if ever anything can work where I can take the music of Leadbelly, which was intrinsic to the development of Led Zeppelin way back, if I could take that and revisit it in a different sort of sphere.
In what way was it intrinsic to the development of the band?
Because a lot of musicians from our original era, from the beginning of the mid-60s, we lent very heavily on black American blues and rhythm and blues. And Leadbelly was a really dynamic character. He took songs from I suppose, from the roots of folk music that came across the Atlantic to the United States. So we were doing a song called Gallows Pole in Led Zeppelin, which was in fact from Cornwall.
Oh, really?
Or from Scotland or somewhere. Came over on the boats and it ended up as a black song.
So was Alison singing at this concert with
you? No,
she
was...
Did you then think, I must get together with her and do
No, I knew that she was in, obviously, with bluegrass being her, her reputation, that she was into roots music. And when you take music in the United States, it's such a young country, black and white becomes irrelevant. It's just the root of song, the very kernel of the seed of a beautiful song can be black and white. So I was into the black side of it, she was into the white side, and I asked her to come along and join in, and it was spectacular.
It seems an unlikely kind of pairing when you look at it on paper, because you go, kind of godfather of rock.
Wait, I'm not the godfather, I'm the brother-in-law.
A brother-in-law.
Or
the young
sad
son of rock. And she's kind of queen of country and bluegrass. You wouldn't automatically think those go together. And I understand you don't even really call these duets. It's just like your tones of voice kind of merging.
Well, when we did this gig, we realised that our vocal qualities, though worlds apart, really did come together in a fantastic way.
You said, which is extraordinary thing to say, you sort of all sitting there and thinking, my God, she's taught me how to sing. Which I'm surprised that you would say that, someone like you would say that.
Well, I wanted to go, you saw a whole lot of love. That was about like swallowing a cheese grater and trying to get as down home and as Mississippi as you could coming from the Black Country, you know. so the whole structure and technique of singing is much more rigid and worked out. As she said to me, in bluegrass, if you haven't got three-part harmony, a banjo, a mandolin, and a fiddle, you just don't even get through the door. It's a very strict structure, you know, vocally.
I have to say, forgive my ignorance, but I didn't know Alison Krauss until I knew I was going to be talking to you about her today. But she is huge in America,
enormous,
isn't she?
yeah.
Like, is it 20 Grammys, I think she's
Well, we've been
got?
nominated for a Grammy for that Gone, Gone, Gone. We're up against Shakira and Beyonce and stuff. I don't think that we're going to get anywhere near it, but we were talking about it on the phone yesterday. I said to T-Bone, how many Grammys have you got? He said 7. I said, Alison? She said 20. And they said, Robert? I said, 1. So maybe our combined gathering of 28 might get us there.
Because she...
but she's huge.
Yeah.
But it's called niche music.
Yeah.
But she was quite, I understand, quite nervous when about singing with you, because she said when she listens to your voice that it's got so much character, so many kind of layers, and she said something like, you know, this voice tells a story every time you listen to it, and she was nervous about singing with you. Were you nervous about singing with her?
I think she was being polite, just in case it failed. I mean, but we all agreed that we would try it for 3 or 4 days, and if it didn't work, we'd just go and have lunch and have a good time. So she was being very kind, I think. But it was nerve-wracking for me because I haven't ever really followed the same melody twice in any song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way that you are brought up to sing. You think about the great British singers from when I started, Paul Rodgers, Joe Cocker, Steve Marriott, you know, so many singers who were, Terry Reid, the great blue note singing. Rod Stewart was spectacular in his early days before he became, you know, this other chap. You know, he was like singing with so much soul. That's what we wanted to do. So with her, she's very strict with me, and because our humours are a little bit different, we can really have so much fun. Because
she's not worried that you're going to sling a telly out the window at any stage, is she?
well, she'd have to help me up with it. Onto the sill, really. Mind you, they are a lot lighter these days.
They are much smaller. The flat screens are quite light.
Yeah.
We've got a clip. We've scoured the world. This was hard to find because this is Please Read the Letter, which is the next single. It's available for download on the 28th of January, and we had to get this from the States, and so it was tough to find because it's not over here yet. But here's an exclusive. Please.
She plays so beautifully as well, doesn't she?
Beautiful. So, of course, this is where you are now. This is what you love. This is what you're into. You say terrified about being stereotyped. There's no chance of that happening because you're constantly moving. so we've got to ask because on the 10th of December when you all got back together again at the O2.
Very godfatherly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were, I believe, I mean, obviously there were 18,000 tickets at the O2, and there were 20 million fans who attempted to get tickets. So it does beg the question. I mean, you must have looked, and I think also you enjoyed it this time. The last two times you got together, you said it's been a nightmare. This time you enjoyed it. So were there thoughts, actually, we could have another go at this?
Well, you know, the anticipation in the room was, I don't think it's within the human psyche to actually experience that too many times. It was just so spellbinding, and it was partly fearsome and incredibly terrible is a good word, you know, because we looked at each other and said, just don't play anything too fast. Nerves are nerves. You've got to pull everything back and make it as sexy as you possibly can, if that could ever be construed. But the deal is that was an amazing moment for all of us in our own worlds, and it was great because it did work, and it was real and it was true. Now,
and got fantastic reviews.
It's a miracle when you think about our press, bless you. But I've come and gone a million times in and out of fame and favour and all that, so I thought that we'd be castigated no matter how good we were, but we weren't. But the thing is, how do you take that and keep the essence and the sincerity of what it was and the reality, the real thing that was there? Because you can't go round and round and round and round.
Some bands
somewhere
do.
behind the Stones and saying, hey, you know, and we'll get there playing for the, you know, no.
But just...
We've got, if anything, you just can't do it like that. That's so cheesy.
But there are rumours
It's the mark of very old men who
there-
are really bored to just do it for that reason.
Yeah.
It's got to be electrifyingly. It's got to be everything that it was in the beginning, but at a different stage in one's life.
So just to ask that question again then,
Okay.
would you think of doing it again?
I don't think I can think about that now.
Really?
I've got an American girl with a big violin bow poking across the Atlantic saying, come on, tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him, Robert.
Well, it must be. I mean, it must be extraordinary to have 20 million people who are sitting there waiting for you to do it. Should you choose to do it again? And of course, I think they're probably very patient. They'll wait.
Well, you know, everything's got to be right. The whole thing about Led Zeppelin was it was so beautifully haphazard. It was really real. I never did anything like this. You know, the kind of whole deal about it was so right,
Yeah.
and then it was so wrong. So to make it right again, it takes magic.
Well, it was right on that night.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Is it
Never
raining
say
in
never.
here?
Yes,
we've got a leak.
it's-
We've got a leak.
How rock and roll are we?
Nothing's
yeah,
going to
yeah.
blow
My
up,
right
but
ear
don't
still
worry.
works.
No, it is actually the rain is raining so heavily outside. It's coming through the window. out
Listen,
there.
it's a lovely album, Racing
you.
Sand, and go out
Well, maybe
buy it.
we'll come and
It's
play for you
fantastic.
one time. Who is out there?
Come and play out for us one time. That would be lovely. Bring Alison over. Who is that there?
No, who is out there through that camera?
Oh, for us.
Students.
All sorts.
Yes, everyone.
Oh, all sorts.
Yes, right across the board.
A lot of
you
your
know.
fans who knew you were coming in today, I can tell you
Well, I'm
that.
hoping that all 20 million of the people who wanted tickets from you are actually watching today. There you go. That's the album. That's what it looks like. And what a pleasure. Thank you very
That's
much.
very
for coming
kind.
in.
Thanks.
Terrific.
Nice to meet you both.
Terrific.
Thank you.
And Linda Lusardi is here after the break.
That's even better.